have the up and down.
It's called Den.
All right, I'm rolling. Okay, do you have a favorite Christmas memory you want to
Have a favorite? I do, as a matter of fact. This kind of goes back a long way. I grew up rather poor. My mother and dad worked hard and had jobs. He was a roughneck here, and my mother worked as a waitress in the cafe at the, as a matter of fact, the Black Cat Cafe. Christmas was tough for us many years, for him especially. I remember one year he went out for a Christmas present. It was kind of unique. He assembled it himself. He went out.
This is not a lie.
No, he went out to various service stations and restaurants and everywhere he could find the tubes that the toilet paper was rolled on, or maybe we didn't have paper towels then, you know. And he gathered up a bunch of those and he took them and he'd tape them together and make them about that long and put all kinds of decorated paper on them. He was kind of creative. My mother was, yeah, well, okay, it'll be all right. So he made these long tubes with the decorations on them, and that was our Christmas present from him. And as it turned out, you probably wonder why that was a Christmas present. Well, it was this long tube, all decorated, and we'd put it up to our mouth and we'd say, Rudy toot 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 toot, Rudy toot toot toot. That was our Rudy Toots. We had, and that was a great, back then, it was a great present for us, because we didn't have much of anything else. And so that stuck in my mind forever. And about, when my kids were teenagers, they, of course, knew the story. And they got all of our friends together, and everybody had made fancy Rudy Toots. And so we had a Christmas party, and they brought all these they brought all these presents, and I unwrapped them, and they were all Rudy Toots. I mean, from this long to this long, all kinds of fancy things. And so I got to have one of my Rudy Toot Christmases, and it was just delightful.
That is a great story.
It's sad.
Well, it was. I mean, you know, we were poor. We were dirt poor.
Well, but you know, if everybody's playing their Rudy too, it was probably.
That's right. It was great. And my sister and I had another sister later, and she came along during our more affluent life, but we had a good time with our Rudy Toots. See, Daddy did a good job.
Y'all tell me about a time when you've been Santa Claus.
When I've been Santa Claus?
Oh, I think what our kids would remember when you were mayor and people would give him gifts of turkey or ham, and
all these companies, you know, they're always giving you everything at the end of Christmas time. And,
so,
you know, and I felt real bad about that. And so
we took our kids, put them in the car, and took those turkeys and hams, and we went around to
the poor neighborhoods.
And
just knock on the door.
He would knock on the door, and they'd go, "Oh, the mayor is at our house," and he would say, "I brought you a turkey." So that was probably what our kids remember the most, is that we gave those turkeys and hams to people that needed them, and they saw how appreciative those people were. So
it's a good memory.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So
favorite Christmas carol or Christmas song? Doesn't have to be a...
Oh, Daddy, don't get drunk this Christmas.
It was sung to me several times. You're wonderful.
I don't think that one's in the hymnal, but...
Oh, no, it's not. It's a Christmas song.
That's a Christmas song that we remember, don't we?
Live or fake Christmas tree?
Both. Both. We've enjoyed both of them. I like, you know.
I'm a real artful person, and I bought a 50s tinsel tree that sticks in the little holes this past year, and I hated it because all my really glass ornaments were in danger. So I'm going to sell it back to the antique shop and give me another one. I don't know what it's going to be.
What's the oldest ornament on your tree?
Oldest ornament, some glass ornaments that were probably from the 70s, you think? Well, I did a whole bunch of ornaments that you did with sequins and stones and put in styrofoam ball.
That was some of our first.
Yeah, I still put those on.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
You have a family Christmas tradition that's unusual, other than the Rudy Toots?
no, they
No.
and Rudy Toots just came by once, but
I still put under the tree a little wooden wagon with a little bale of straw in it that represents my father. And then we have a little train, a little wooden train underneath the tree, and some stuffed animals, but that's,
So, what was your best Christmas gift?
I don't know. Well, yes, I do know. I have a group of friends that started out as 13 of us. We called ourselves the Lucky 13 Birthday Club. And every year we, for about 45 years now, maybe 50, we have gotten together for each other's birthday, and we also do Christmas. And we always say that the Christmas party that we have for each other is the best we have. Nobody worries about Mama getting a present. You know, Mama gives all the presents. But birthday club, we give each other presents, and that's probably my best Christmas. And my friends will tell you the same thing.
Is there a Christmas tradition in El Dorado that you look forward to?
Well, I guess.
I guess the
I love the parade.
the TV tower, the lights. I like that. I'm disappointed they don't do the top of it. It just kind of is truncated now, but.
I love the Christmas parade. That's fun.
Is there a food that you look forward to that you just get at Christmas?
A what?
Is there any kind of food that you get, or anything that associates with Christmas for you?
Well, I do a barbecued shrimp every Christmas. That's our Christmas lunch, and I mean, that's what I like to do. So.
Sounds delicious.
Mm-hmm.
It is.
And y'all have grown children,
We have grown children.
grandchildren,
Pardon me?
grandchildren?
Yes, we have grand and one great grand. So our oldest daughter lives in California, and she has one child, and he graduated from high school this year. He's in Santa Barbara College right now. We went there.
You see Santa Barbara,
Yeah.
as a matter of fact.
We went there. We bought a camper, a Bambi Airstream, and we took it on our first trip to California for Christmas this past year. That was great. Everything was great until we started back and we hit the ice storms in Texas. That wasn't too good, but we managed to get home. Now, what was the question? Give me it.
He forgot.
Yeah.
did we start out talking about food for Christmas? But
Yeah, you talked about food and
Food, the
shrimp.
barbecue shrimp.
and family traditions. I was asking about your family.
Yeah. Well, we have one daughter that lives here in El Dorado. She has 3 children. Her youngest child is a senior this year. Her second daughter has a child, so she's about to turn 2 this month. And
What's your earliest Christmas memory?
mine, drug to my mother's parents' house. She was the second of 9 children, and we had to go there no matter what. And I have lots of cousins and lots of first cousins, lots of second cousins. That was what we did. We didn't have a choice. We had to go to my mother's house. So
Obviously, it wasn't fun.
no, it wasn't. I was one of the older of the grandchildren, so I was always expected to help tend to those younger ones. I didn't want.
What do you want for Christmas?
What do I want from her? Actually, I have no wants. I mean,
Anything?
Oh, yeah, I want to be here.
well, yeah,
Absolutely. I want to be here. And my most favorite Christmas, of course, was Rudy. I loved it. It was just, we were excited little kids, you know.
That's a wonderful story.
Yeah. My dad was a good guy.
Y'all have been wonderful.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That's
It's
a great
fun.
story. We
Hey.
definitely need that.